Please, but now is free discussion. Yeah, you want something?
Of course, we had 2 times in graphic department. We have a course for the students, system and error, and so maybe let's see. Of course, I taught more the system, but
it's easier,
yeah,
of course.
But maybe I could ask my colleague. He was more involved with Oliver Lars. I think he now is a PhD, has finished his PhD at Tallinn University, and he is a docent and or associate professor and researcher at ECA. And maybe if he has something to say for that.
Yeah, I can say that was it 2014 the semioticians at Tallinn University have had a series of seminars over the whole year on error, and there's even a book out in Estonian. I also had a paper on in this book, so this has been a topic. We have something we can read, and Oliver was also one of
Oliver
Lars,
yeah,
who was also presenting, and his text is in the book. So this is it's a very good thing, and error can become real if Christine Wichterpal had her PhD. She interrupted her PhD. It was on error in arts. So the whole process of making a PhD collapsed into an error that she couldn't. So she decided not to do it. This is a.
No, then I think we
and of course Oliver Lars has also started this system theory but the system theory more from the humanity side, not from the technical side. But I think he is really very, very professional artist and theorist and young professor and.
About that, there is a famous book from an American composer, Kim Cascone, The Aesthetics of Failure, Post-Digital Tendencies in Contemporary Computer Music. No, it's not a book, it's an article. It's an article, yes. Yep.
Kim Cascone.
This is, that this could be, because looking at this...
Sorry, can you again? What
C-A-S-C-O-N-E is her last name, Kim, first name.
I know.
Kim, okay. Cascone.
It's a male or female?
I think female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
No,
she
is a man.
It's a guy. Okay.
Kim can be both. Okay.
Yeah.
I know him as a composer.
Composer, yes.
Yeah. Electronic composer.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that the good idea to find, because if the idea is this, it could be an idea to check the literature.
Of course.
It's quite easy, because if we have an article like this that is well known, you look after and before that quotations, and so you get all the scene and all the right terms. Because the problem is that, okay, if we call it systemic error, okay, let's see how they call it.
The article, though, might be more than 10 years old now, I think.
It's in 2000.
2000, yeah.
But
so
that doesn't matter.
20 years ago.
Matter anything. Normally in humanities, so there is nothing what could be not so much
But what I think actually generally this error in system, as Kerry actually explained this, how you think about this topic in general is it fruitful for you?
We can focus on the creative aspect of this error. I mean, not take this kind of negative thing, but.
One of my favorite stories has to do with error. When John Cage was at Harvard doing his Norton lecture series, he did a question and answer. And somebody asked him about the compositional process of 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And he said that it was about deciding time lengths and adding them all together to come up with this number. And he says, I've looked at my sketches and I think I made a mistake. So the piece may not have been 4 minutes and 30, it might have been a different time. But because of his calculation error, it became his most famous piece. I always found that kind of charming.
And also I think that it's a good idea. Error is very connected to video games. And the link, it is the problem of the issue of emergent systems. So the idea is that you have a system of rules, and from that system of rules it happens something that is quite Gestalt thing. Yeah. So that's the thing. And when they program video games or the gameplay, the thing is that you don't really know what can happen, and you have to check. And sometimes the interesting ideas come out just.
There are different kinds of errors.
Yep. And so they come out of that. So the connections, I think, a good line could be this. There is also, I tell you, Nüüdismuusika, I think is the name of the website. There is now. I have to check again. This is my extended brain.
Yeah.
I call it my mom.
Every 5 years.
I have to ask my mom.
Yeah. Maybe every 5 years it gets a new body, yeah?
Yeah.
Or even a new stomach or new heart.
The name is Nüüdismuusika.org.
Ludo.
Ludo.
That's Ludo.
LUDO.
Yep.
Ludo.
And they are a society. They make also meeting. Okay, I don't know why now.
Prosit.
Of course, sometimes in the context of some
Very good error indeed.
sound art or the more this alternative digital arts. So there is of course there is the term of error aesthetics.
Yeah.
That they take that what is an error and make it an own aesthetics of it. And and more from the visual, there comes the term glitch.
Glitch, yes. Over the summer, I had a video shown at a glitch art festival.
Yeah.
So this is something that's. This topic often comes most fruitful
Alexander
from the
Schubert.
pop industry or the dance industry. There are younger people who are dealing with this, I think, in much more creative ways than academics. Dance culture, pop culture, young artists who are what I call bedroom artists. They are making incredible music right in their bedrooms. And they are dealing with system errors and glitches and taking these mistakes and making something really elegant and really beautiful. There's even a kind of music called vapor wave, which relies on taking sort of 80s dance music, but making it sort of transformed and mutated so it becomes something else.
Yeah.
It's a very fascinating cultural phenomenon.
And of course, the way of thinking is very can be very much compare with hackers. So, a hacker is taking a computer system and find out where some possibilities what are mostly not intended by the programmers do. And of course, you can do. Hacker does not mean you have to steal money from a bank or to make trouble, but hacker means even that you use computer systems and create something new and make something interesting from.
Now I had idea. Can we develop for next year some kind of game?
Yeah.
So that we set very strict rule box. Then
for the performance.
Yeah, not only for days of contemporary music.
Well, we can we can go over. I'm a programmer with Unity or Unreal or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can do a real video game that the audience can play.
Of course.
Project it in a big screen, and we play knowing some rule connected.
Whatever form it is, but let's set rule box for game. When I started from your very great idea of game, because I like this kind of games. Yeah.
So we played snooker.
Whatever, not snooker, but I suggest now to be creative and maybe to develop something new, something absolutely new, only.
Or should we integrate this VR technology?
Yeah, of course.
Because
because then we have something fixed in what can be error.
Which can possibly collapse at some point.
May I suggest there is a beautiful book about the name is Characteristics of Games. It's by Richard Garfield, who is the one who created the Magic, the Gathering, the board game. And it's an incredible book. I have it. It's from 2012 about the general rules of games, but of games for entertaining. It's not mathematical game theory. There is some, but it's mostly about how to entertain people with games. Because the main problem he has is that you have to project a game. Because now he's teaching it also. He has become an academic.
Here I can say in BFM, in the Baltic Film and Media School, in the transmedia curriculum, the students have to design games. So and I sometimes supervise their students, and so I have my foot in there, and maybe we can get some student for the technical side also. This comes to my mind in the moment. So they are thinking in a similar direction like we.
Of course, for instance, game design, they teach it at Aalto in Helsinki. Maybe they have published some interesting things. Or it's one direction of this media studies what they have. Game design, sound, game design, and
I don't know what they will do with
media art.
when I will be died. When I will be dead.
Okay.
Your children, at least.
What is the situation now? Are you empty?
Yeah, absolutely.
More ideas?
Well, the idea of the
mul on,
game.
aga ma
taha rääkida?
kohe ei taha rääkida,
Secret,
mul ei tule õiged sõnad meelde ja
Okay,
Ma räägin
I have only one proposition actually, because we have Schönberg Society, we have in Pärnu this kind of room. No, we have 10 years, this Schönberg, it's 7 quadrat meter space, and I am all these.
We are not all, we can't all.
We don't fit
Yeah,
in.
it's for one person, of course.
We can have sauna.
And it is sorry.
We can have sauna. We can burn it.
Yeah.
Go inside and have a last sauna.
Yes, I just a moment. I actually we pay this. It's quite because it's 7 quadrat meters. It's quite cheap, but still I think it is a little underused. Not very used by a member of society and etc. And because I thought that maybe this kind of Schönberg residence, with this named also we have in homepage, his conception and etc. Because I thought that maybe it would be interesting also to start some kind of compositeur en résidence program in some way, or what kind of compositeur en résidence or interpret or en résidence or also musicologist en résidence
in residence.
This kind, because in this space are very ascetic living conditions, but still you can stay alive in this
And
space.
it's a space where you can create.
Yes, of course, it's empty space. Yeah, Schönberg Ghost maybe only
He
only visits his place in some
No,
moment.
this is an intensive
And
visit.
one quite big window.
One big window.
Yeah.
Because I also told to Simone this yesterday that okay, this kind of space exists and etc. So maybe it would be also some interesting possibility to have some kind of connections. Because now I will to put in actually one this kind of application, money application to Nordic culture point, because Nordic countries have this kind of foundations and it's special programs to also to develop and to support this kind of residency places. It's not for artists, it's places and programs. So to put some kind of Schönberg residency dot composition laboratory or something, this kind, some person from some Nordic or Baltic country come and make some project with all us and lead in some way some things. No, it's now in very idea and very development, but still it is okay. This project is also this that residents of Estonia can participate as these composers, but this program needs that this composer who go outside of Estonia have so much contacts in Estonia as possible to make some
Noise.
Some yes, noise, some creative noise. Yeah. Okay, but it's only now a structural idea, and it is actually also this idea a little connected to Hans' idea to develop some things in some way. So yeah.
My question would be, it's just 7 square meters, but we should need a bigger space where to put up maybe.
Then we have also we
sound
have
system
of course and actually idea is that we have also connection with this Massia place when now is needed some bigger space. Every time it's possible to go in this Massia and to make and of course all artists manage itself. I am not secretary between these systems.
Yeah.
So for this is possible to go in Massia and you know conditions in this place. It's enough space and enough possibilities to
maybe
make.
I have an idea. Maybe this is not so much of a realistic in so fast, but of course we have together with Gerhard this our studio space in Tulika in Tallinn. And I have the idea, because we have the space, we store some things what we need and have a space for creative. But I last year I was in Vilnius and they have on the academy a sound system with saying at least 23 loudspeakers and half sphere with ambisonic technology, and I have the idea now to build a system in not unfortunately not so good speakers as they have, but with hopefully reasonable speakers and to build an ambisonic system. So just I have ordered the loudspeakers and of course the interfaces I have with 17 speakers, and to install that, and if it works and if we can make it suitable, that we could technology like this even address as an residency space for somebody who want to come from outside, and but that needs even some money support
and time and etc.
because it's of course in the moment it's my personal investment into this technology, and of course there's as the thing of the space is so you have to pay a monthly rent for that, and so I cannot offer that really for free. And
But the next idea would be to make it mobile, to not have it only in Tulika, but to
To have
fun
a mobile
fair
to a concert because
to a concert, to bring it to Masiau, maybe to
Yeah.
a bigger space. To,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, this kind of ideas. Have we more something or?
Not substantial.
No, yeah, I would. Maybe we should really again speak with Ilka and the symbiotic
But
composing things.
you can, yeah.
Yeah, we are
Because this idea of Giovanni also because we are published lot of things, but now in last years, because one of members of our society is suddenly
passed away.
That now is a little this kind of empty space because
There
we
is
have
no person who is still.
She was a brilliant editor for Estonian language.
Because anyway, okay, we have legends and so, but it needed to make very hard work to actually make from this some text.
But if I
also
may
from
suggest,
yeah.
better not to have it in Estonian. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's not. Also when I publish on Italian, not magazine, Italian journals, I do in English.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I love and I would love to know Estonian more and Italian more as well, but it's the new.
I understand your point of view, but it is actually one of this kind of problems. We had Maris as some chief editor of this kind of text, but today we are we are a little without she. So
But if you need.
yeah.
I can help on this
Okay,
kind of things.
no, but it would be absolutely great. Yeah.
And yesterday it was spoken with Paul, and he said that as he is an editor, a publisher, he may do it.
Yeah, but
Also.
better, in my opinion, also in these things. Yes, I'm thinking now about just the legal things. Everything you publish, keep it inside. Never give anybody. You can give a person the lead of to be the editor, but the publishing is inside your association. Never let anything outside. Never have to deal with economical copyright things. Everything is internal. No way it goes out in general.
I understood that Paul is agreed to take some kind of this editor's work.
Yeah, he's a brilliant editor in English.
If it is that, okay, but the thing is that never what I've learned with every kind of academic things is that the business is something, academy is another thing. So if you're doing the business out of that, please stay out. So that's the thing, because it's different. We are doing that for culture, not for money. That if there is money, okay, but never.
Easier is to be open. Easier is to make without this kind of businesses. Of course, I am absolutely in the same.
Never give the text to some company because they don't pay for you at all. So even I've heard this.
When you wait some payment, but
they say people they published by Peter Lang, what is a very famous company for science papers, and get no money for that.
Yeah, for Peter Lang you do the whole 90% you do yourself, and then they will take the rights and you will lose.
But in my opinion, in the modern world, there is no reason really. You will find yourself stuck in situations. There is money around. We are here. I think everybody's here free or something, right? Or it is culture, or it is business. No way, no way. This is something I'm very strict.
Of course.
And I've changed the way of living many times, and finally I found this. So if somebody approached me selling me something, not interested. Not selling. So
just as a background, why we stopped so much publishing, because part of us need high-ranking journal articles, and then we as scholars we have to, in the moment we have to concentrate on getting rather published in high-ranking journals, but we as a society we we cannot do.
We cannot achieve the ranking.
We cannot. We have no resources to do such a journal.
But it's not. I think that it's not that important to reach a high grade mark or thing.
But for
Giovanni, not for us personally, it doesn't matter. Of course not. But we are in the university system, in the music academy system, arts academy system. It's not so. But especially in the university.
You have the pressure to produce every time articles with a high ranking. Yeah?
The thing is, what I'm telling is that I publish with Springer and whatever, and I will continue to do so. But the thing is, here we are talking about, or we do this journal or whatever it will be, proceedings, I think is the best name for it, or we don't. And still, our material is already there, because we have prepared the presentations. To prepare 2 or 3 pages for the proceedings is just the work of a complete day. After we have prepared the presentation, organized the material.
No,
So
this is
this is something that it is adding to what we are doing and helping us in keeping in a good form the knowledge we need. So there is no connection, and in my opinion, if you have also this kind of publication that's a very small kind, it helps you in writing also the big ones. So also for me, that while here I was in my room almost all the time, because I was delivering 2 papers in this period. I had to deliver that by the 15th. One I will deliver tomorrow, finally. Okay, but if I had to write what I have told during my conference, 2 or 3 pages, 4, whatever, I would have done it. Because it would have helped me in preparing. So they are things that they can help each other. We
are completely agree
That's
with
a
you.
good idea. Maybe keep it a little bit shorter, keep it more general.
Proceedings.
And
because I go home and I can say to my friends, they have been at the Pärnu Music Days, and they can tell me, what have you done? And they have just a poster.
You have a
No
poster?
abstracts. No, I don't have it. I have the picture of it.
Oh, okay.
But there's no
Picture when you can send it.
Exactly.
We put in homepage. Also.
It is just to say that your analysis was clever. Why not publish it in the proceedings? So that's the thing, you know.
But somebody has to do it, and we are all
But still, when you
very overloaded. We have been very overloaded.
Schön homepage. When it is
that's our
open.
life, you know.
Send your
That's a good way to
pictures and
Of course.
because I have in some form
That's
now
what
this your speech.
And then, if you put there some results, you can quote them.
Oh, wait, you want the
graphics.
graphics?
Exactly.
Those slides.
That's different. Okay,
Those slides. But okay, I think now we have a lot of ideas for future and a lot of very concrete things. I thank. Thank you for all.
Anders, you spoke about the game, and I sense that you would like to establish now some starting rules, and that we would start playing the game or developing the game.
Ennast liigutama mööda mingisugust.
I have actually thought of I've already thought of something. I was just thinking.
Okay.
Where I do my good thinking, and I said, you know, the installation that I did at EKKM is a kind of game. I did a sound installation at a museum where my sound was actually QR codes that were discovered as you walked around the museum. And with your phone and headphones, if you scanned this QR code, you got the sound. There was a game not too long ago where you used geolocation to find clues. And I thought, what a great way to do geolocations in Pärnu. So that when you go to this place, you hear a sound, something. It would just be, and you could involve everybody. You could put this in the newspaper, on the television. You know, this Pärnu Music Days is generate some excitement.
That's a good idea.
This great work, of course.
But for this, I may need some creative space in Schönberg House.
Yeah, of course, you are welcome.
Great.
You are welcome, absolutely.
Euroopa Liidus on
For young people and
Very- And it would be very clever if somebody who goes there could leave their own sound.
Yeah.
So that they leave some, like in this Hansel and Gretel, they leave some little piece behind them.
So this is a conception of transmedia. So this is what's up to date, and we should use this.
Yes.
Tools.
But okay,
Andres, thank you for all your work, because I know how hard it is to do festival. So
thank you. Thank
it's
you
a lot
for
of work.
So, and let's develop. I actually founded this new planning page in Wikibooks. I also put it new page in Schoenberg Society homepage. Though,
And the first one,
and I think that maybe to start to put some rules. You have very good ideas, and maybe it would be good rule by rule.
the first rule is we'll hide the
Very
web page.
Lutheran.
We'll hide the web page somewhere in this web space, and you have to find the web page.
So,
It needs how good
Take
Google
this
is.
to your page you're about to create, and we put it someplace in the web. So the first rule is you have to find the page. You go to the internet. Where is the Schoenberg page? I have to find it.
Instead of Google.
Yeah.
And it depends how good Google is.
Well, you can create an error. An error message. Page not found.
I think
time
now
you
we
try to
don't
access
think about errors.
Schoenberg
We think about
games.
games. What must be very strictly ruled. Because after this we can have errors. When we think now about errors, then come something. Only
This page not
within
found.
this is the
and error must happen in some way. Error is not so that the plan. Okay, here is error. See, here is error. It is not error.
Well, there's many Cage works where he actually found the errors in the paper, and that became the music. So he found the
Of
imperfections.
course, but it must be something what comes itself, not so that we plan error. It's not error more. Then it is system.
I could imagine some kind of modular game which would evolve and develop,
Of course.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A musical Tetris, yeah.
8 or 19,
Tetris,
8 or 13, 8 or 12, whatever, which can change the
Okay, but thank you for
Thank you.
all.
Yeah.
And what is the plan for future? You eat in some place?
No, I
lunch.
think we go to Tallinn now.
Yeah.
I don't
All,
go to town.
all have.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
All have.
But
yeah.
you see, I understand myself.
Paul
as
tuleb
a
teiega
kind
või?
of-
No, I'm going to go by bus.
ta ei mahu meile, meil on stuff.
We are full, huh?
It's like the way of America.
Send your.
Out of
I
respect.
can also
me saame meeldida pärast, saada kuhu põntsu tšekid.
Jaa,
go to Tallinn.
kas mina saadan ka? saad ikka? Jaa, ma saadan, jaa. Ma võtan täna siis.
võtad ja nii nagu võtad.
teeme
It's part of something the speaker.
Kerriga saada oma bensutšekid siis, eks on ju, jah.
Ja, mul...
Ostutšekk.
Okei.
ostutšekk, jah.
Ostutšekid.
Ja ma peangi tankima minema, mul on Tartu sõidu tagajärjel auto üsna tühi.
Somehow conveyed to Simon that his performance was extraordinary. His performance of the Nine Bells was, for me, it was a really significant musical event. It was really beautiful. So I know he's not here, but he made his mark. Very profoundly.
I'm interested to make collaboration with Simone and to talk about this bell problematics
And I hope also Simone has also some ideas to connect with some musician in Italy.
I heard he had the
et cetera.
idea to come in summer to Tallinn and make something.
Maybe.
So that
Kama bells.
I think we even thought about such a room should be in every school with 9 bells, and then boys who are overactive they should
This
put there.
Alma school, some teacher in this concert, so maybe some was built some this kind of.
Wow, let's.
I plan to experiment with aluminium.
They have special
And
whatever object. It can be actually whatever object. Different object, different sounds. Because it is quite easy. This
I plan to tune them in ball and field.
Too expensive, and Simone itself thinks that he built for itself. Kind of. Because also this Simone stands are from some theatre, made by some theatre, but it's very very heavy. Because it is you need something
strong rod.
that is very very heavy. But this system hang down from
The beam.
Yes,
We can do it.
Yeah,
And it is our work actually.
Okay.
Ma lasen seda raamatukokku tellida.
Thank you for all.
Varsti näeme.
jaa.
Andrus, see oli sinu oma või?
See on minu, jah.
Seda ma lasen raamatukokku tellida, kui seda saab.
Sest
Sest isegi kui on vana raamat, siis alati